everyone, Claudia with Crazy Island Studios. Welcome to another edition of Freedom Journal Friday. Do you ever like make a journal page and then you live with it for a little while and then you're like, oh, what was I thinking? Like, I don't like that at all. That's how I'm feeling about this cover. It is. And I look at the cover a lot more than I look at the journal pages, and I'm like really not loving it. Like, it needs help. So I'm redoing it, and yeah, it's what I do. So I'm gonna just gesso over it. Yeah, and those of you, I know there's some of you out there cringing right now going, oh my gosh, all that work and all the supplies and you're wasting it. And I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint, but if you don't love something that you created, don't be too precious about it. Redo it. It's okay. It's really like not the end of the world to redo something. And honest to goodness, I have a whole lot of canvases that are reworked canvases, that's for sure. So gesso. Gesso is my friend. I like gesso. Gesso helps me save projects that I end up not liking later, or at least save the, you know, why waste a canvas, right? If you don't like it, repaint it, rework it. So, yeah. I liked a lot of the things that I put on this cover, but just in the end, I didn't like it all together, and apparently I used something black and water soluble, because there it is. Joy. We'll do a couple of coats of gesso on this and get it dry. Now there is part of it, I'll grab my baby wipe real quick, that I do still like, and I do still like this little piece of tape right here with the measurements on it. So I'm going to try and keep a little bit of that. Alright, so I'm going to dry this, add another quick coat of gesso, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is dry, and I really liked this page that I made for you guys not that long ago, and I think I want to do something a little similar to this for my cover because I like it. So I'm going to use some of the same techniques that I did for that one. I really love that alphabet stamp, and I love this pink Dilutions color, so I want to use it again. And because, ooh, look at that. What is up with pink? Gloppy, gloppy mess. You know, that's disappointing. I've actually seen a couple of reviews of this, and their pink is horrible. I just don't understand why it's so gross and thick, but I'm gonna use it. I did go ahead and get some of the little round ink blender tools because I want to do a review for you guys. I haven't forgotten to yeah, can't talk. I do want to do a review of the Dilutions paints for you guys, but I wanted to have the tool that she recommends versus paintbrushes and all of that good stuff. So I am going to do that. I haven't forgotten you. So I'm going to use this to spread the paint around, which actually is pretty doggone nice. I like it. Scratch paper here, scratch paper peoples. What I've heard is that you want to clean off your sponges if you want to reuse them. So get as much of the paint off as possible onto another page. So that's what I'm doing. And I'll keep that aside. Okay, so that's pretty nice actually. And this is not quite dry yet. Now, I'm going to hit this with the heat gun and get it dry, and then I'll be right back, and then I'm going to go over some of it, I think, with the black, and see, instead of doing the glaze that I did on the other page, if I can just do a little bit of black with the sponge. So I'll be right back as soon as this is dry. Okay, so this dried really quickly. I like that, and that's probably has a whole lot to do with the applying it with the sponge because you use a ton less paint than if you used a brush. Look at the black is all dreamy and liquidy. My little cardboard thing is popping up, so push that back down. I'm hoping that's not going to cause the lids to stick. I haven't put anything around the edges yet, because, you know, it would take time to stop and do that, and I'm lazy. So, haven't done that yet. I also plan on putting little, the loop side, the hard plasticky side, loop side of some Velcro onto my little pots so that I can Velcro the appropriate little spongy to the top of my lids. So I'll be doing that, but for now they're just going to go in a drawer. And if that ends up working for me, that might be all that happens. They'll stay in the drawer. So I want to smear this around a little bit so that I don't end up with too much going at one time. And smudge around the edges. Just picking up some of that extra with the baby wipe to kind of darken up my pink just a little, and I want to get a little more of it off up here. Ooh, that's kind of pretty, kind of pretty. Okay, let me get this dry real quick and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I'm going to do the same thing I did on that page because this is one of my favorite things ever, and I might as well put it in the front of my page, and that's to put some modeling paste through this Amazing Dilutions stencil. But this time, I think I want to dye my modeling paste black before I put it on. I don't know. It seems like it could be interesting. My black is behaving weird because the lid popped open and sat open for a while. Isn't that sad? I think that's really sad. So I did put quite a bit of black because modeling paste is white and it does not dry clear, so whatever color you put into it, you know, it will be lighter. So like a gray or whatnot, this is going to be still a pretty dark, so it'll work. It's close enough to black for my purposes. Anyways, I just thought it'd be interesting to see how this looks. And oh, such a mess. Messy fun. Alrighty, so where do we want the letters this time? I think over here. Okay, now I like to scrape my stencils super thin when I'm working in a journal page or on a journal. Oh my gosh, look at what I did. I pushed it too hard. It made a mess. That doesn't make me happy. Alright, so that didn't work out so hot, did it? No. Not pleased at all. Okay, so let me clean my stencil off and we'll try that again. Maybe we won't press quite so hard this time because I don't like it coming through. Oh, sometimes I'm just too rough on things. I'm not going to repaint it. I'm just going to go over it. Thank goodness for baby wipes, right? I think that has to do with the fact that I'm applying this over texture that's already there, and that's why it kind of bled through. So I may have to accept the fact that there's going to be some bleed through. Just try to go in one direction, see if that helps. We'll see. Yeah, that's the texture down there that's making that big mush. But that's okay. I'm okay with this. This is good enough. Let me just scrape off some of this. And I want to get it off of the super edge right here. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit to dry enough to work on top of it. Ooh, do I want to add some more up there? Ooh, maybe I do. I think I'm going to add a little bit up in this top corner as well, since I have all this extra paste left. Ooh, nice. I likey. I likey. Okay, there we go. Alright, so going to clean up all my big old mess over here, let this get good and dry, and then I'll be right back. We'll see what we're going to do next. Okay, so this is not totally dry, but it's got a good enough skin that I can do a little something to it. Oh, this paint makes me sad. Okay, so I think what I want to do, and we definitely need to smudge that around, is set the stencil back over the letters and apply a little bit of pink on top of them. And I'm not going to do this carefully, a little more random. Ooh, that's nice, that's nice. Oh, dogs. Not too much there, maybe a little more towards the mushy side, huh? There we go. That kind of helps bring back some of those letters that got a little mushy. And do that up here as well. That is a lot. Ooh, that's kind of nice. I like how that kind of puts them a little bit further into the background. That's kind of cool. I like that. Okay, so again, this is going to have to get dry. I gotta go take my stencil back and clean it. Okay, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so while that's drying, I'm going to color some text and music flowers using distress paints. Let's shake them all up real quick. And I need a spritzer bottle. Okay. I'm going to start with, whoa! Well, that's not supposed to happen. Let me clean up and I'll be right back. Okay, well that was not fun. Apparently too much excess paint will cause them daubers to pull off and stick in the cap. I don't know what the heck's happening, but it happened. So, okay. Oh, look, leaking. What is going on with my distress paints are misbehaving today. I don't know what the deal is. Why are they behaving so badly? Okay, let's just try and get these silly flowers colored, huh? Okay, so I got my flowers dry, and then I doodled on them with just a black marker. I forgot to hit the record, sorry for that. So I have some doodled flowers, and I think before I add them on, I want to add some black drips. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to use my high flows just to make life easier, and just get a couple of drips going. Alright, so just a little, and I want to blot these. And then I'm just smudging across the top here so that they don't look so, because the Dylusions paint is a lot more matte than the golden high flows is pretty glossy, so I just wanted to smudge those little edges right there so that it wouldn't be such an obvious transition between the gloss and the matte stuff. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I think I like that. I'm trying to decide if I want any drips going a different direction before I stop, or if that's just well enough. One more little drip right here. And I want it to stop short of the other ones. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I like that. And I'm going to dry it, and then I'm going to glue my flowers down using some matte gel just so that it'll stick really well. So I'll probably speed through that, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I started to dry this, and I realized that where I'd scraped the matte medium, I was scraping off the colors of the paint. So I was getting this really light pink odd color coming across. So I just decided to grab my pink dilutions and kind of darken this up again. Alrighty, so now that I think I've got the darker pink back, I'm going to go ahead and hit this with the heat gun and get it good and dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is pretty dry, and so I'm going to go ahead and write my title, hopefully relatively straight, and I'm using a black Montana paint pen here. Ooh. Okay, that works. I like that. Simple, right? Simple. Simple is good sometimes. Now, what I want now is another drip coming this direction. Yep, that's what I want. Maybe two. That's good. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to blot these ones as well. Go. Smudge at this edge out a little. There we go. They need more blotting. Okay, I'm going to get this totally dry, and then I think I want to put a layer of matte medium. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I've got this mostly dry, I want to go back in with a little bit of black back around these edges where my flowers kind of ended up going on top of them. I think it would be better if the black kind of covered in all of that. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Okay, and then, oh, I gotta get rid of some of this black. I want to come back in with a little bit of the pink also. Let's see if there's any left on here. Nope, there's not. Just want to splooge over, get a little bit of pink on top of this black here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to dry this one more time, and then I'll be back and we'll talk about it. Okay, so one last touch, just because I'm not loving the fact that there's some shiny mediums on here and there's some matte mediums on here. I want to just go ahead and give this a coat of matte medium so that all of it will have the same sheen. Plus, I'm thinking that perhaps will help to protect it from any bumpy... Oh, my paint pen's not dry. Oh, folks, make sure your paint pen's dry. crying out loud. Look at that mess. Oh, the things that we do to ourselves to make life harder, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the matte medium everywhere else for now, since I've already got it out. How did one not dry and the other one did? So annoying. So annoying. Okay, so I will hit this and get it dry. I don't really mind the smudgies of the black so much, since it is black on the pink and it's already kind of smudgy, so I can live with that. Let me get this dry. I'll fix the letter. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry. I totally forgot to hit the record while I was fixing that. I just went back over it with the same black pen, and then I think I'm going to add a little bit of highlights using a white pen. Yeah, that's pretty okay. Okay, so I think that's done. I think I'm done. I think I like it. I like it better than the previous cover, and if I'm crazy for covering up stuff that I already did, then so be it. Sometimes you just have to cover up stuff that you don't love. I like this a lot better. I hope you guys do also. I hope you enjoyed the page. I know it's not a page. You could do the same thing in a journal page though. Put a quote right here instead of a title. That would be totally perfect and something very simple to do. So not exactly a page, but a cover, and again, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't chat as much as I had planned. I mean, I know I talked to you guys. I didn't talk to you guys about what's going on in my world, but maybe I'll do a vlog later. We did talk about what we were doing on the cover here. So I like it. It is similar in idea to this page, but not the same, because I didn't want to duplicate it exactly. I just really liked the color scheme and some of the elements on this page, so I kind of like the fact that this is similar but still very different. I like it. I like all the texture from underneath coming up through. I think that looks really cool, and I'm loving the pink and black. Of course, pink and black always look good together, right? They always look good together. So I'm learning more about these Dylusions paints, some things that I like and some things that I really don't like. And I will definitely talk about all of that when I do my Dylusions review. I just want to get to know them a little bit better before I do that video for you guys. So anyways, hey, thanks for being a part of Freedom Journal Fridays with me. And if you'd like my videos, please hit that subscribe button and don't miss anything, and hit the thumbs up if you like this kind of video. And yeah, I've said "and" about 400 times in the last 30 seconds, so we'll stop now, and I will see you guys all again very soon. Bye for now.